It's nighttime. We're packed up for our first real camping trip. Not packed up efficiently, just packed up. We have some drinks and a cooler, first aid, water, clothing, kids' clothing, cold weather stuff. This box contains most of the stuff we used to keep in the FJ. It's found a home there. Over there we got the Mountain House meals, a couple tables. Move on inside. Everything's kind of piled in here. 14 liters of water. Toilet down here. Pillows, snacks for the trip. On the other side we got more snacks, and then we have Harvey's hiking backpack. We can throw my backpack on top of these, Nikki's backpack on top of this, and we're good to go. Overpacked, yes. We waited to the night before at like 8 o'clock to pack up, so we just didn't pack up the day of. So we're on 380. We've grouped up with the 3 vehicles that are going with us right now. We have 2 guys already at the campsite. We have 3 hours and 58 minutes left on this road, and then we'll be there. This is the kind of the virgin trip for all 3 vehicles. I'm hoping nothing goes wrong because I've brought in all of this to fix everything. I don't anticipate anything. It's just a camping trip, nothing crazy. See you guys in a couple hours. This is Harvey's idea of a road trip. He will be asleep. Still asleep. Then he'll suddenly decide to wake up and go bonkers. Fast. Look outside and see what's going on. Take slow. Fall back asleep. And the cycle pretty much repeats. We chose Caprock for a very specific reason. The people we're going with haven't really ever camped before. They wanted to do several things but didn't know what they really wanted to do. So we had to drive across a very flat Texas to find Caprock Canyon. It has a good combination of hiking, driving, animal watching. There's even a small lake there if you wanted to go swimming when it was really cold. Yep. The time was also perfect for where we wanted to go. It's cold, not super cold, not super hot. There's a 2 or 3 week period of time that everything fits perfect. Caprock Canyon, the ranger station was closed, so luckily we have our registration. Tomorrow morning we'll go in and check in properly, but we're off to our campsites. He's looking for bison, but he hasn't seen any. He thinks we have to go to the mountains, so just go to the mountains tomorrow. I'm bumping. Okay, we will. There's bison. Where's JD? Oh, it's right there. Yeah, there's one. They're open. We'll see more bison tomorrow, okay? When we go to state parks and national parks, we tend to always try to find equestrian sites. It gives us more room for everything. Normally they allow 2-3 vehicles in there opposed to one.
What do you think the
So everything's a little
bison's
larger.
doing?
So if you're going overland style or you plan on staying in your vehicle, it's a great spot. Another bonus of the equestrian sites in Caprock Canyon is it's fenced in. This is to help keep the horses and bison separate. It also helps keep the bison out of your campsite. There wasn't much daylight left. We quickly went about making our camps ready for the night.
Mommy! Where are we going? You see stars?
A clear night away from the city lights is one of the best experiences I can ever suggest for people. It's one of the main reasons why I love going camping. You truly feel like you're in space. There's more stars than you can even imagine. If you drew the stars, as many stars as you see, you wouldn't believe someone's drawing it correctly. It's phenomenal. Nothing can explain how it can feel. You see the Milky Way with your naked eye, no time lapse or no computer generated anything. You can just look up and see it. It's there. You truly are one with, I don't know, space, the world, whatever you want to call it, but it's awe-inspiring, and it's something that largely doesn't relate to where you are geographically. As long as you get away from city lights and have a clear sky, the farther from city lights the better, but realistically it's not, you don't have to go to some remote canyon to see it. It's above you. It's just simply above you.
Say good morning. What you eating? What color?
White.
Did you sleep well last night?
Oh, no.
Yeah. What do you want to do today? You want to do nothing today? Oh, we are camping. You want to go on a ride or you want to go hiking?
Mom, I don't can't go hiking.
Why?
I'm too far away.
Oh, we're too far away.
Nice. Go.
Tell us about the mountains again.
I'm
You want to drive over to those mountains? No. Oh, really? That was a long time ago?
This is our second time to Caprock Canyon. Last year was our first time, and we climbed the mountainside, and we ended up doing about 8 and change miles over the course of a long day. It wasn't easy because we weren't really ready to do a all-day hike, but we did it. The kid also was a good 10 pounds lighter because he was only 2, not 3. All the gear that required for the kid also upped in size, so instead of carrying 30-40 pounds of kid and gear, I was carrying 50 plus pounds of carrying kid, so I definitely did not want to do a long hike this time. This time we did the kind of the river valleys off to the east side of the park, and we'll post a picture where we hiked this time. It was only about a 3-mile hike just in the morning. I said earlier that this time of year is great because it's normally cool. It got up into we knew it was going to get up into the 90s this day, so we wanted to do an early morning hike and then drive around during the hot parts of the day and come back for a nice camp. One of the advantages of driving for your hobby is when it gets kind of miserable hot, you can just decide to go drive somewhere and sit in the AC and enjoy the views that way.
Maybe I'm just full of
From what I've read, Alone is legit.
Yeah.
Naked Afraid seems to be pretty legit also, though.
Is it?
Well, they'll lose 10-15 pounds in 20 days.
Okay, let's keep going.
On the low end.
I love making it afraid.
State parks aren't really known for their off-road trails or off-road anything really in Texas. There is one 4x4 road to the east of the park. I believe it's actually between the park and the nature preserve. That's a short 5-mile drive, but we were there and we were going to take it. The road isn't complicated at all. It's relatively smooth. I could see if it was raining, it could be pretty interesting. It's a nice scenic road. Simply put, you go there to see things, guys. See things.
I gotta take pictures of Scott.
We met with 2 other people that were camping with us. They got the campsite 2 away from us, and it was planned. They were originally going to come with us. They happened to come be a different direction, so they didn't carpool with us. One of them suggested Mackenzie Lake. Never been there, but wanted to go take a look at it. So that's what we did. I'll pop up a map right now of where we're going. Google doesn't even realize the road we took actually exists, so I wrote the route that we actually took in red. That's kind of a crayon map, you know, go at your own risk, but it was totally worth it. Unexpected. Texas is really weird. It's super flat, and in this area it just dives down. It's where it's worn out. So if you're looking at it from a distance, it still looks the same. Then all of a sudden you just dive into a valley. You're in these rocks. You're in. It's really pretty. It looks like Arizona.
We just hit up Lake McKenzie. We tried to look around, see if we want to come back. It looks really pleasing, but we don't want to pay a day use fee to drive around the park. And so you check out the other side. Well, it's a private neighborhood. It says no public traffic, so instead of rocking the boat, we're just on the way back. We might hit it up later when we're willing to do like a day pass to actually see what's going on the public side. If anyone knows anything about Lake McKenzie and wants to suggest anything, please do. But we're heading back to the Allsups, get some ice, get to a campsite around 4, and just relax in the afternoon.
Ice cream!
What color?
Red, white, blue.
You eating it like corn?
Like a corn pop.
A corn pop?
We took the same road back to the park mostly because twisty dirt roads are more fun than concrete blacktop roads. We stopped off by the ranger station because on the way in, the kids saw some stuff he wanted to see, wanted to buy, but they were closed. When we came back, we knew it was maybe 4 o'clock, should be open. When we got back, no one was there. They closed up. Apparently they were doing a rescue. I never got information of what the rescue was, but didn't hear any helicopters or anything flying in, so I guess it wasn't too bad.
You gotta say hi to Mom?
Cheese.
Take a picture.
Take a picture for me. Cheese. There. 2 bisons.
Oh, I see 4.
I might see 5.
Oh, you just seen one, but I see a lot more than 5 right in front of us.
Look at them.
I see 5. Not all of them.
You think we'll see any up here?
I think they're going for their nighttime spots. That's pretty accurate on time, 4:09.
Rolled into camp and cooked ourselves something to eat. We didn't make a campfire because there's a burn ban going on, and realistically, burn ban or not, some pretty heavy winds came in the middle of the night, 20-mile-an-hour plus winds, and they stayed pretty sustained. So a fire would have been when ill-advised. Luckily, though, the stars were out in all their glory again. So here's a couple photos. The second night was kind of brutal. Pretty heavy winds, sustained winds, constant winds. It was warm when we went to bed, and it dropped drastically during the night. So everyone had their windows probably down. So then when the winds came, it got cold, it got sandy, it got kind of brutal for a little bit of time, enough to at least upset your sleep. It wasn't the worst night, wasn't the best night, but still 100% worth it. When we woke up, we noticed that it looked like storm clouds were coming in, and so we still had cell service. We checked to see if any weather was coming. It didn't show rain, but it showed sustained winds going right back up, so we decided to break camp before we had to fight the winds and get on moving home.
2 or 3?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Bye, Buffalo.
There's another one.